welcome to the stage independent Optavia coach and global director, Melly Yáñez.
Good morning, Optavia. Great to be with you. It's my pleasure to bring to the stage the members of our inclusive Optavia community panel. Please help me to welcome James Richards III, Integrated Regional Director, Melly Serrano, Global Director, Rae Lloyd, Integrated Presidential Director, Erika Acuña, Presidential Director, and Josiah Alipate, Integrated National Director. Also joining us, special guest, Nick Johnson, President of Optavia.
Hi, everybody. Now, I'm interrupting this panel. I'm so sorry, but I'm here to say I'm sorry. So I wanted to, it would be wrong of us to talk about our wonderful, inclusive Optavia community if I didn't offer a special apology for an incident that occurred last night at the block party, where a section of, an important section of our community, our Jewish community, was left without food. So I'm going to take responsibility for the company. We should have had a better system with the vendor who was providing the food last night. And I honestly, it would be foolish and a little bit ironic and silly for us to start talking about how great and inclusive we are when we actually dropped the ball last night. So I want to offer that community an apology. I have made a commitment with my team. We will do better next time. That's the best we can do. You know that I love you. You know that I appreciate you. We will get better. I have some boxes to deliver. We'll see you later.
Thank you so much, Nick. So, audience, thank you so much for spending time with us today. Hasn't it been an incredible morning so far? My name is Melly Yáñez, and I'm honored to be your moderator for today's panel on diversity and inclusion, as it's a topic that has always been near and dear to my heart. For those of you who don't know me, I've been with Optavia nearly 8 years. I'm a single mama to 2 little boys. Hi, Chico and Ozzy, if you're watching. And I'm a native Los Angelino. So outside of all that, I'm also a proud first-generation Mexican-American and a grateful daughter of immigrants who came to this country dreaming of more. It has always been my goal to share the gift of Optavia with everyone, but especially to communities that are less represented in these rooms. I was lucky enough to have fallen into Optavia, but that doesn't mean my job is done. Because I've experienced how transformative Optavia can be, I want this for everyone who is also dreaming of more, because I know there's a place for everyone in these rooms. So these amazing people here with me are exactly that, a small representation of bigger communities that are beginning to grow and thrive within Optavia. As coaches, we are committed to helping as many people as we can and growing the Optavia community in a diverse and inclusionary way, which is what we're here to talk about. So let's jump right in. Are you guys ready? Great. So let's get started and hear from these amazing folks who are changing the face of Optavia while also giving you guys in the audience an idea of what you can do to help in terms of supporting our mission of diversity and inclusion. Okay, so let's jump right in. James Richards, I'd love to ask you your first question. So I would love for you to share why representation matters and why Optavia is the perfect vessel, not only for the Black community, but for anyone who feels underrepresented today.
Yeah, of course. So I started my journey with Optavia 4 years ago, not looking for physical health, but I was looking for an opportunity to help me chase my goals and dreams, but also an opportunity to help other people. What really attracted me to Optavia was my coach, Jamil Frazier. He was someone that looked like me. He was someone that I felt like I can relate to. He grew up in the city next to where I grew up, and he went against all the statistics and was living an optimal, abundant life. And what I appreciate about Jamil was that he wasn't a pro ball player or a rapper, even though he tries to rap and tries to play ball. Just kidding, Jamil, I love you, coach. But this topic of inclusiveness and representation is so important to me because I think back of my first Optavia event I went to and I didn't see much diversity. And it was actually quite strange to me because something so good that's impacting so many lives, and I didn't see more people there that looked like me. And so I made it my goal, my mission, that I want to help anyone, but I especially want to help more people in my community, more people in my family, more people that look like me.
Yep.
In all areas of our trilogy, physically, mentally, financially, I think about just in my family, and I see so many people suffer from preventable diseases, limiting beliefs, and financial issues. My mother raised my brothers, my sister, and I to view people how God viewed them, not being partial, not judging people by the way they look or by the color of their skin, but instead look at their character, the way they treat people and the decisions that they make. My values goes in line with Dr. A's mission to get the world healthy. Health is not discriminatory. This opportunity is not discriminatory. It's for everyone. Even in a world where we still see so much division, social injustice, and discrimination, we can all come together for a common purpose because we want to get people healthy. We want to get the world healthy. We think about on this panel, we all look different. Everybody in this room, we all come from different backgrounds, but we all have a common purpose. We want to get our community healthy. And we're doing just that. I think about on my team, there's so much diversity. There's coaches from their early 20s to their 70s. We've built a team of people with all nationalities, backgrounds, and skin colors, because here, none of that matters. If you want to help people, you have a heart to serve others, then you're in the right place. I do want to express appreciation and gratitude for Optavia, because since I've been here, I have noticed a huge effort to not only get the Black community, represent the Black community, but all communities. And it just goes to show our mission is to get the world healthy.
That's right. Thank you so much, James. Okay, and next up is Melly. Next question's for you. So you are here representing not only as a Latina, but also our growing and flourishing deaf and hard of hearing community. So welcome. Could you share your thoughts with us about how important access and communication is when it comes to setting your community up for success?
Yes, definitely. Hello. Hello.
The mic.
Mic. Hello, hello. There we go. It's working. No,
okay.
We're good. There we are.
Yay.
We're good. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy and honored to be with you all today. I have been a coach for almost 1 year. In about 4 days from today, it's going to be my anniversary mark. Woo! So, as we all know, access to communication is so important. It increases knowledge. And for the deaf and hard of hearing community, there is a unique way of communication, and that's in sign language. That is a visual mode of communication. Historically, the deaf community has had limited access to information. Therefore, there is limit to access in knowledge and continual communication barriers. With Optavia, we have overcome that obstacle and was provided deaf clients and coaches equity in access. That is the same information given to hearing coaches and clients, which is amazing. Optavia has been transformative with their accessibility, and I am so grateful for that. This access allows deaf individuals and members to increase their knowledge and understanding about healthy living and having a positive and healthy mindset. Optavia works so hard providing closed captioning, sign language interpreters, and we also use video relay service technology to provide services through Zoom and phone calls. It is so possible to work with deaf individuals. Maintain eye contact. You can use an interpreter, write down on a pad of paper and write back and forth, or text. There are many ways to communicate. So that strategy is huge in overcoming that communication barrier. and it allows everyone to feel included. So this opens up possibilities for deaf individuals, for clients and coaches to thrive and succeed. I'm so grateful for my coach, Denise, and my mentoring team. They have been so open to growth. We have had the hard conversations. We sat down and were able to find solutions. Because of them and their tremendous support, that feeling of community inside of this business has only blossomed. I look forward to see what Optavia has to provide for the deaf community in the future.
Yes. Thank you so much, Melly. So obviously, without a doubt, access and communication is such a vital piece when it comes to your community feeling like they can really make a difference and fully be a part of Dr. Rae's mission to get America healthy. So great. Next, let's go to the amazing Rae Lloyd. It's such an honor to have you join us today. I would love it if you would share with us how you lead your team on the subject of diversity and inclusion, because I feel like it really starts from within. And so if you could share a bit about that.
Hi, I am honored to be representing the Jewish community today. So just for context, I grew up in the opposite of a diverse community. I actually grew up in an insular environment where I went to an all-girls Jewish private school. And until coaching, my jobs were always in Jewish-owned companies. So my first exposure to something different than that was Optavia. At my first event in 2017, I told my father that I was going to be going, and he said, be careful. Because not only do we not always know if we will be safe somewhere physically, but also spiritually. And as I'm sure you are aware of currently, anti-Semitism is at an all-time high in the world at large. So now, 4 years later, Drew and I are one of the few Orthodox Jews in leadership, which is something we would like to change. So our goal, as we diversified the coaches that we work with, we not only were very focused on diversity, but also inclusivity. Because the truth is that we may all look different, we may have different political views and religious beliefs, and that makes us unique, but we really are so much more the same than we are different. No matter what we look like or where we come from, we all want to be seen, heard, and we want to feel safe. And that is why diversity paired with inclusivity is so important to us, because we all deserve a life full of more. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you so much, Rae, for sharing how diversity really starts intentionally from within our own teams. So next up, Erika Acuña. You have broken down the doors for so many in our Latino community, and for that I want to say thank you. I know that you came to this country not long ago with no friends or family, and now you have this huge team, and you've paid this forward to so many. So please share with us how you've been able to do that.
Thank you, everybody. First of all, English is my second language, okay? I'm a little bit nervous. Some people feel butterfly on the stomach. I feel turkeys today. Okay, I came as an immigrant with only one backpack and one pair of shoes and one change of clothes and many dreams to this country. I would like to ask some questions. Please raise your hand and help me answer those questions, please. How many of you born on this country of opportunities? How many of you born here? Can you please raise your hand? I do know. How many of you have family here in the United States? brothers, sisters, moms, uncles, cousins, I do know. How many of you read, write, and speak perfect English? Please raise your hand. I know you're Americans, güeros. Thank you. I do know. How many of you borrowed the money to buy your coach kit? Be honest. I don't see any hand out there. I do. I borrowed the money for my coach kit. My story is unique. I started from a garage sale to do my first month program. And my husband, Poncho, the macho man, he's Mexican, he gets so mad at me. He says, I don't want you to continue doing yard sales and be the yard sale queen on my neighborhood. Please stop. So I do 2 yard sales to continue on program. To be honest with you, before coaching, my only dream was paying rent and bills on time. I can't have any other dreams than that. I'm a Latina representing the hardworking people. We are waitresses, housekeepers, construction workers, housewives, single moms, women and men who help others to transform their lives, to other people's lives. It wasn't easy. I faced so many obstacles. I have to work with the material in English and read it and translate it in Spanish. Read books 3 times and watch your Zooms, the ones from Dr. A, over and over to translate it to my team. I made 2 groups from scratch, one for clients, all in Spanish, and one for coaches, all in Spanish. So I do a lot of work. I move my butt. I also start my YouTube channel from my kitchen to teach my clients and coaches how to make healthy tamales, make it with cauliflower. I teach them how to make pizza crust from cauliflower, tortillas from cauliflower, and my husband is so tired about cauliflower too. Today, after 4 years of hard work, today we are 250 coaches, Latinos on fire! Woo! Bravo! Thank you. Oh. Thank you. I don't take my language as a limitation. I have no excuses. I do the work. All the limits are on your mind. I work hard when others are watching Netflix. In Mexico, we call novelas. I work harder when others are having fun on the weekends. I'm so lucky that I'm not lazy. Thank you. There are hundreds of people outside, they're hungry for the opportunity like the one we have today as a coaches. Go outside, my friend, and go look for hardworking people. Like me, like you know Latinos out there, please give us a chance. I don't believe the color of the skin will determine the success on this company. Right? We need to bring diversity and prove, I am proof the American dream is alive. Thank you to my coach 4 years ago. I love you.
Amazing. Amazing, Erika. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. We love you so much, Erika. I think without a doubt, the audience feels your passion and wants 1 million Erikas on their team too, am I right? Okay, last but not least, Josiah, poor Josiah. So Josiah, as a first-generation Tongan American whose family came to this country with next to nothing, can you please speak to us about the impact that Optavia has made to help you break generational chains within your family?
Yeah, that's a great question. I am grateful to be able to speak on behalf of Optavia's Polynesian demographic, and more specifically, those from the small island of Tonga. Now, many of you who've watched the Olympics, many of you know Tonga because of our oiled up, shirtless flag bearer that's gone viral, but that's probably the extent of your knowledge of this small nation. But if I could put things into perspective, the city of Atlanta has a population of almost 500,000 people. The great state of Georgia has a population of about 10 million people. And the United States of America has a population of about 332 million people. Tonga has a small population of just over 100,000 people. And in the US today, there are just 70,000 people of Tongan descent. So I am representing a small nation with some big generational chains that have been extremely challenging to break, because living life with those chains is all we knew growing up. So we didn't know that there were other possibilities available to us. Tonga is ranked as the #2 most obese nations in the world, with over 90% of its adults being obese and overweight. Diabetes runs rampant, and overeating is a silent killer. With the average life expectancy of being 65 years old, you could understand that when I was 358 pounds, I thought that being overweight and dying young was just how life was supposed to be. I thought that living paycheck to paycheck and making just enough money to be broke was how life was supposed to be. I thought putting the blame on the government, taxes, people, circumstances, complaining about everything about how life was around me, I thought that that's how life was supposed to be. Enter Optavia, and my entire world changed. I was exposed to a whole new way of living. I began to see that the negative things that I believed about myself, about others, and about the world around me were all lies, and that I could actually live a life of freedom and personal power by taking responsibility for my thoughts, my words, my actions, and my daily habits. As a result, I eliminated 150 pounds, changed my mindset about what's possible for my life, and as of last November, when the world was locked down, I became debt-free. Now, this is my personal story, and there is no guarantee of financial success. Only a small percentage of coaches achieve the results that I did. Success with Optavia results from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Your success will depend upon how well you exercise those qualities. See the IDS in the room for the actual earnings of coaches. All right, had to do that. Now, my favorite book of all time says, do not conform to the ways of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I am here to say this loudly and clearly to anyone who is listening. Health sees no color. Financial success does not discriminate. Optavia and this community knows no disability, physical or mental. And likely what you thought was a disability is actually the gift that you can utilize to awaken freedom in someone else. It doesn't matter where you came from, what you look like, how overweight you are, how much money you make or how much money you don't make. It doesn't matter what happened in your past or even what's currently happening in your present. With Optavia, you have an opportunity to completely change your life and break the chains. It may not be easy, but it's so worth it. And as far as me and my family are concerned, The generations of riding the struggle bus stop now. And if we can do it, there's no doubt in my mind that you can too. And if you're ready to be the disruption in your family lineage, then you're in the right place. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Josiah, and the rest of the panel today, not just for your stories, but for your vulnerability and truth. In closing, I just want to say this. At the end of the day, everyone just wants to belong and feel like they have the same opportunity as the next guy. People want to feel like there's a place for them at the table, that their story and what might make them feel like an outsider at times is actually what Optavians will see and say, you know what? I see you, you're special, come join us. As it stands today, those of us on this panel represent only a small percentage of Optavians, and we know there are others in the community that need us, and we welcome everyone. We focus on inclusion today because Optavia's doors are open to anyone who is seeking optimal health and well-being. Dr. Rae has said it many times before, and we've been focusing on the habits of transformational leadership throughout this convention already. We seek growth, we connect authentically, we cultivate trust, and we deliver extraordinary results for all people. So my question today is this: how can we, as Optavians, really reach out to those who need this? It may feel uncomfortable at first, it might feel new, but there are so many looking for an opportunity, a chance at a better life, at a better future for generations to come. We thank you so much for helping us create a more diverse and inclusive Optavia. Thank you guys so much.